Hello. So this would be our second problem for the method of integration by partial fractions. So if you haven't watched yet the first problem on integration by partial fractions, you can do that by just it's actually the previous video before this. So we have here the method of integration by partial fractions. In the first video, we even discussed on when to use partial fractions. So the first thing that you need to check if you can use partial fractions or not is the degree of the numerator compared to the degree of the denominator. So the degree of the numerator must be less than the degree of the denominator. That means the power. So in this case, if you have this problem over here, the power or the degree in the numerator, this one doesn't have anything because it's just a constant. And in the denominator, we have a power of 1. So that means the numerator is less than the denominator in this case, right? So that's okay, right? And what you can do here, so you can actually you can multiply the numerator and the denominator by e to the x. So you can multiply both numerator and the denominator by e to the x. So when we multiply this by e to the x, this is what happens, right? So when we multiply it, so it becomes something like this, right? So the numerator would be e to the x, and the denominator we also have e to the x times e to the x plus 1. So it's from here, see, you multiply this one by e to the x. So the numerator becomes e to the x, and then the denominator, you multiply it by e to the x. So it would be something like this, right? So why do we do this? Why do we need to multiply it by e to the x? This is actually in preparation because later on we will be letting you, and then from that we can compute du later on, right? So because now the denominator becomes like this. This is not the denominator after multiplying it by e to the x. And we can see there is actually an e to the x there, these are simple functions, and there's also an e to the x plus 1. So later on, we will be substituting u. So we will let u as e to the x. Later on, we will let u as e to the x. And our du would be e to the x dx, which is actually there, yeah? So this would be dx, and we have e to the x. So there is already a du over there. You see my point? We multiply it by e to the x because we are looking forward. We are looking forward of what could happen. So we multiply it by e to the x so that later on when we let u as, e to the x, the du is e to the x dx, which is already there. E to the x dx. So there is a du indeed in the other one, right? If we let u as e to the x. So now we will let u as e to the x, and if that is our u, our du is e to the x dx, right? So this is when we multiply it by e to the x, right? And then we let u as e to the x, and du is e to the x dx, right? So this one, look at this, so e to the x dx. All right, so this would be du, so e to the x dx. So this becomes our du, right? So this becomes, look and see there, right? It becomes our du, right? And then he's our u, and then u plus 1, right? Did you see it? All right. So because we let u is equal to e to the x and du is e dx. So this would become our du. This one is actually our u, which is here. And then u plus 1, u plus 1. So this is our du. So we converted everything in terms of u and du. Right? So we have now, it becomes u and u plus 1. Now we will convert, remember what partial fractions it is? We can then convert it into partial fractions. So now we can convert it into partial fractions. Let's just delete the highlights here. So how do we compute it with the partial fractions? So we will separate it into different fractions. So here can be separated into two fractions, partial fractions. The other one is a over u, and the other one is b over u plus 1. Right? So this one can be rewritten into partial fractions. A over u, and the other one is b over u plus 1. Right? So this would be our partial fractions now. So this is our partial fractions. So here, and the a plus b. And remember, once we reach this point, our goal is to solve for a and b in the partial fractions. And once we have solved for a and b, we need to go back and then solve the rest of the integral. So now we have here, so what will we do? Now that we have that equation, what do we do? What I do is, I will multiply both sides by this. I will multiply both sides by u and u plus 1. So I think it's the same. If you review our previous video, we also multiplied it to cancel out the fractional form. So we get rid of the fractional form, we multiply it by this. So when we multiply it by this, both sides, what happened to the other side here? What remains is just 1. What left is 1 because this one is cancelled out, right? When we multiply it by u and u plus 1. What about this one? If we multiply it by u and u plus 1. So u is cancelled out. What is left is u plus 1. So a times u plus 1. All right. What about this? If we multiply this by u and u plus 1, so u plus 1 is cancelled out. What is left is u. So b times u. Right? So we need to distribute a. So we need to distribute a here. And it would be au plus e plus bu. And once you have that, you combine, right, the same terms. So this one, au and bu are the same. We can combine it like this. And it would be u, and this is now our constant. So remember, what would we do, what we did before? Once we reach this point, we will now equate the coefficients. All right. So we will equate the coefficients. So here, the coefficients of u here is a and b. So we have u, right? The coefficients are a plus b. So the coefficient of u is a plus b. Is 0. 0 because in the other side there's actually no u, right? It's just a constant 1. So that means a plus b is equal to 0. What about the constant? Here, the coefficient of the constant is a, and it is equated to 1. Where did I get 1? It's actually on the other side. The other side has a constant of 1. So you equate it to 1. So remember, this is 0 because there is no u in the other side. U is 0 in the other side. This is 1 because on the other side, there is 1 which is equivalent to the constant on the other side. So a is equal to 1. So with that, we already have solved for a. We already solved for a. A is equal to 1. So if a is equal to 1, we put it back in here and solve for b. So put a there. So we have 1 plus b is equal to 0, or b is equal to negative 1. So we have solved for a, which is 1, and we have solved for b, which is negative 1. Now that we have solved for a and b, go back to the partial equations with a and b. Put a and b back. So we have here a over u. So we put a as 1, and this is b, right? So b is equal to negative. So we put them back together, We put them back together. And once they are together, then you need to integrate them. You need to integrate. All right? So you need to integrate. Let's integrate this one first. So that's the integral of 1 over u du, which is ln u. All right? What about this? What's the integral of this? The integral of that is actually ln of u plus 1. So we have this and this. What we do is we add both. We add both here. All right, and this one as well, right? And remember, you need to add c in your last step. Don't forget to add the constant of integration c, and that would be your final answer. You substitute it back. So the final answer would be like this, right? So, by the way, what we did is, because this is not the answer yet. Why? That's because there is still u. Remember, we let u is equal to e to the x. So that means we will put e to the x back. So we replace u by e to the x. So all the u's there should be replaced by e to the x. So this is the answer now. So we replaced u. We went back and substitute back the u, which is e to the x. So we put e to the x back. And the final answer will never have a u, but only e to the x. And of course, the plus c. All right. It's kind of difficult sometimes, especially if you are new. But if you get used to the method of partial fractions, it would become easy. As you practice more on partial fractions, it's actually quite easy to use partial fractions. All right, if you have some questions, please leave a comment down below, and thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll be doing more problems like this in the future, so please don't forget to subscribe, like and subscribe. All right, see you next time. Bye.